It's almost over. Thankfully, in a couple days, we will either cast a ballot for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, or one of those third-party people that have zero chance of winning. This go-around, more than any other, has shown that both are just not the greatest options. Either you have to pick possibly the first female president who's under federal investigation for using a private email server, or you have to pick from a guy who called Mexicans rapists, claimed the president was born in Kenya, proposed banning an entire religion from entering the country, mocked a disabled reporter, bragged about committing sexual assault, was accused by 12 women of committing sexual assault, said John McCain wasn't a war hero because he was captured, said some women weren't attractive enough for him to sexually assault, said more countries should get nuclear weapons, said that he would force the military to commit war crimes, said women should be punished for having abortions, called global warming a hoax made up by the Chinese, called for his political opponent to be jailed, declared bankruptcy 6 times, bragged about not paying income taxes, stiffed his contractors and employees, lost $1 billion in 1 year, has a trial for fraud coming up later this month, and bragged about grabbing women by the pussy. I mean, how do you possibly choose between those two options? And look, I get there are more concerns about Hillary, but frankly, no one has once said that if Hillary wins, she might just become a dictator. And the same can't be said about Donald Trump. He has said some incredibly dangerous things, and we are going to talk about a few. Bear in mind, I'm only going to talk about the ones that he has said since announcing his run for the presidency. So his whole Rosie O'Donnell thing and that whole grabbing women by the you-know-what will not be discussed. Don't worry, there's plenty of other things. My name is J.K. Calloway, and this is the top 10 most dangerous Donald Trump quotes. Number 10. Hey, I watched when the World Trade Center came tumbling down, and I watched in Jersey City, New Jersey, where thousands and thousands of people were cheering as that building was coming down. Said on November 22nd, 2015. A couple things with this quote. Number 1, it's an outright lie. There is no reports anywhere in the country that anyone celebrated this, except for, of course, a little cave somewhere in Afghanistan. And number 2, bearing in mind this is an outright lie, why would you say this? What's the point? What troops are you trying to rally with this quote? It makes no sense. It comes across as making certain people, wink wink nudge nudge, seem just absolutely terrible. What's the point of saying it, other than to trigger your Breitbart compadres? Number 9, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes. Blood coming out of her wherever. Said on August 7th, 2015. So basically, any woman who tries to correct you on something you lied about is simply having her period. Maybe this was just the opening round for when he faced Hillary later, because remember, this was him going after Megyn Kelly, who's not exactly fair and balanced. Number 8, when Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. Said on June 16th, 2015. This is shortly after he announced he is running for the presidency, literally seconds after that. And what he decides to do is to discount an entire people, most of which, as it turns out, pays more taxes than he does, even the illegal ones. Number 7, I'm afraid the election is going to be rigged. I have to be honest, said on multiple occasions. This one is outstandingly dangerous for a number of reasons, and I know he's just trying to give himself an out, if or when he loses, but your followers don't see it that way, and I'm not calling them your voters. They are now your followers. Congratulations on that, by the way. Number 6, the silent majority is back, and we're going to take the country back. Again, said on multiple occasions. Take the country back from what exactly? Can someone please explain this to me? Did you own the country at one point? Also, silent majority? Silent? If only. Number 5, he's not a war hero. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured. Said on July 18th, 2015, about Senator John McCain. And of course, now Senator McCain backs Donald Trump, so figure that out. Party over decency, right? But also, who the hell are you to talk about anyone who served when you got out of serving by your father? You're a draft dodger. Shut your mouth about anything related to war. Number 4, Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. December 7th, 2015. So now we're getting to that area where Trump doesn't understand the Constitution. Freedom of religion. All religions. Every single one of them. Even the ones that make white people nervous. The amount of shit that people have to go through to get into the country is staggering. And now this blowhard's just gonna say, you're not allowed to come in anymore because you might be bad. It is absolutely childlike and letting bigots think it's okay and justified to be bigots. Number 3, if she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know. August 9th, 2016. Maybe he was trying to be funny. Maybe. But he just encouraged certain people in our country to try to kill his political opponent. That's beyond words. And if you think that's a fun thing for him to say, you've earned your deplorable tag. Number 2, I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time. I'll keep you in suspense. October 19th, 2016, during the third and final presidential debate, responding to if he would concede the election. And now we really get into the fun wiping your ass with the Constitution stuff that he has said. He's not going to concede the election if he clearly loses, which again gives his deplorable followers reason to also not accept the result of a presidential election. Oh, and those are the same people that he encouraged to kill his political opponent. Absolutely outstanding. It's horrifying to think of what could happen in a couple days because of this guy's mouth. And number 1, I'm going to open up our libel laws so when they write purposely negative and horrible and false articles, we can sue them and win lots of money. February 26, 2016. Now why would this be my number 1? Because this is a direct attack on the First Amendment. You can whine all you want about the Second Amendment, you know, that one that no one's trying to take away your guns, but that's the Second Amendment. You know what the Founding Fathers found to be more important? The First Amendment. Freedom of speech, freedom of the press. And here's Donald Trump saying that he would take away pieces of that freedom of the press. He would attack our First Amendment. And a good 35 to 40% of you are going to vote for him. That makes sense. And there it is, our top 10 most dangerous Donald Trump quotes. Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments. Thank you everyone for watching, I do appreciate it. Please hit subscribe on the channel, like, share, and of course comment. Let me know what other delightful tidbits I forgot to put on this countdown. Go ahead and give me a follow on any of the social media you see. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Vine, Tumblr, and YouTube. While on Twitter, make sure you give a follow to @skirmish. We play a new hashtag game every single Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, and we will be playing a special political one the day after the election. And while you're on your app store, make sure you download the hashtag Roundup app. It supports all the best weekly games, including hashtag Skirmish, but there's a whole lot more. Make sure you give it a download. My name is JK Calloway. We will talk to you next time.